ಇವತ್ತು ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಟೂ ಬೇರ್ಸ್, ಒನ್ ಮದರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಬ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು.
Yes, if you are lucky, you will see some rare sights at Daroji Bear Sanctuary, a haven for sloth bears near Ballari. The rocky hillocks that stretch between this bear sanctuary and Ramsagar of Hospete Taluk in Ballari district have been the abode for Indian sloth bears since ages. The entire hill range around the vicinity of Hampi is believed to be the mythological Kishkinda Valley where Hanuman and Jambavanta, the bear, were ruling. As if to prove this fable right, the region has a healthy population of sloth bears spread over more than 5,600 hectares. Over 200 sloth bears are living in this sanctuary, apart from leopards, hyenas, jackals, wild boars, porcupine, pangolins, star tortoise, monitor lizard, mongoose, peacocks, partridges, painted spur fowl, and quails. About 200 species of birds and 50 species of butterflies have also been identified.
All the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
All these animals live in perfect harmony with nature in the forest that is congenial to their existence.
All Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನಿದೆ ಆ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಕರಡಿಧಾಮ ಆರಂಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಳಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಪ್ರಿವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕರಡಿಧಾಮದ ಗಡಿ, ಇದು ಈ ಭಾಗ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ದಾಟಿದರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಎಡಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಡೂರು ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಗುಡ್ಡಗಳು ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುವಂಥ ಗುಡ್ಡಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಆ ಗುಡ್ಡಗಳ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಕಾಡು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕರಡಿಧಾಮದ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಕರಡಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ವನ್ಯಜೀವಿಗಳು ಓಡಾಡುವಂತಹ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕಾರಿಡಾರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೋಳುಗುಡ್ಡ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಆಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದಟ್ಟವಾದಂಥ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಆ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳಿರುವಂಥ ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ಕರಡಿಗಳು ಇಡೀ ಕಾಡನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಸಂಚರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಸಂಚರಿಸ್ತಾ ಕರಡಿಗಳು ಈ ತುದಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಈ ತುದಿಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಸೊಂಡೂರು ಕಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಗುಡ್ಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕರಡಿ 20 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ವರೆಗೂ ರಾತ್ರಿ ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು.
But this peace is being shattered and the animals are now in danger of losing their home. A huge steel plant with an investment worth thousands of crores of rupees is all set to destroy the sanctity of the area.
ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದು ಉಕ್ಕು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆ, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬೃಹತ್ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಬರುವಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಈ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೊಟಗಿನ ಹಾಳು ಎನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಆರಂಭ ಆಗಿ ತಾಳೂರುವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಈ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯಮ ಬರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾಳೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯಮ ಬಂದು ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಇಡೀ ಹೊಲಗಳು, ಈ ಬೆಟ್ಟದಂಚಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅವರು ಕೊಂಡುಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾದರೂ ಕಟ್ಟಡವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿ, ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾದರೂ ಅವರು ಉದ್ಯಮ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಕಾರಿಡಾರನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಲ್ಪಡ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಸರಾಗವಾದಂಥ ಚಲನೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಳದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Blasts from the numerous mines around the area are already distressing the animals. The rocks they were used to are in danger of being destroyed and becoming just mounds of wasted mud. This new plant would add to their misery and destroy their abode permanently.
probably the only kind of its sanctuary in Asia, a sloth bear, dedicated sloth bear sanctuary, and the kind of flora and fauna which thrives in this area is really something wonderful. So now we have many steel plants which are being proposed in this area. Companies with huge investments are coming up in various places. But then what really is a major concern is that there is a huge steel plant with an investment of almost 30,000 crores, which is coming just adjacent to this sanctuary. And it's going to be a huge ecological impact for this particular sanctuary. We have the yellow-throated bulbuls in this area, we have pangolins in this area, we have so many other animals and very critically endangered species which thrive in this area. And this corridor, if it is blocked, it will lead to a major genetic inbreeding. That's what is happening in places like Gir forest, and one small disease can wipe away the entire population of these bears here. That's what we foresee if this plant comes up in this area.
Villages around are aware of this change in their area, but are caught between so-called development and their existence. The bears and other animals were part of their lives, but they are in a dilemma. Who is more useful? The animals around them, the nature around them, or the many industries coming up in their area? They wonder.
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ವಾಸನೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಸನೆ ಬಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ರೋಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೇರ್ತದೆ. ಊರಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಸರಿಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ವಾಸನೆ ಬಂದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕುಡಿದು ರೋಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಊರಾಕಲ್ಲ
ಏನ್ರಿ ಯಜಮಾನ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥರ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಈ ಹತ್ತಿ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ನವಣೆ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ಜೋಳ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ಸಜ್ಜೆ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ರೀ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಕೆಲವು ಮಂದಿ ಕೊಡ್ತು ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಮಂದಿ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಬದುಕೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥವ್ರು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬದುಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾವು. ಇದು ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ರೀ? ಅದೇ 2 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ನೆಲೆ ಒಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಪಾಟಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ತಿಂದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ರೈತರು ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಮತ್ತು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೇಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಮನೆ ಮಠ ತೆಗಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ? ಯಾರು ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಬೇಕೋ ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ರೈತರು ಒಂದಾಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ರೈತರು ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಮೇನ್. ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವರೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪರಿಸರ ಮೇನು ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ, ಅದೇ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಅದು ಪರಿಸರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
People are also aware that more industries would endanger their environment, and soon the hills around them could become rubble. Activists are strongly voicing their concern over this development. Already upset over indiscriminate mining, a people's movement is slowly gaining ground to stop this encroachment of a natural habitat. The government's investment policy in the mining sector has had a cascading effect not only on the people but also on the environment. No tears have been shed for these endangered species, not even the bears who have an exclusive home here. This indifferent attitude cannot be termed as development. Isn't it possible to have a steel plant elsewhere and leave the bears and other inhabitants in peace? A change of mind would also reflect on the companies and the government's concept of corporate social responsibility.
In my view, I think we have failed to learn lessons after the Kudremukh issue. We need to properly differentiate between landscapes that are valuable for wildlife and areas where you can have industrial development. Nobody is opposing industrial development per se, but when 96% of India's landscape is being used for economic and social development, if we have failed to achieve that, by using the last 4%, or rather destroying that last 4%, we are going to make no dent on the problem. On the contrary, we would have lost all these very, very important landscapes which are far more important for society and humans. So first and foremost, the law of the land does not permit a steel company to come up right next to the sanctuary or even within it. Areas adjacent to wildlife sanctuaries and national parks have to be notified as ecologically sensitive areas. The government has dragged its feet on this. They have not notified these areas. So companies like Bhushan Steels are trying to intrude into these areas and saying that, oh, in the global investors meet, we have been given permission. Now this is a classic case of left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. So therefore, while the forest department is now trying to evaluate the impact of Bhushan Steels, it is very clear that the law of the land does not permit Bhushan Steels in that area. They must find another area. We talk of corporate social responsibility. Here is a company which is also claims to have CSR programs, and they have not yet started their operations. So this is the right time, when certain concerns have been raised, for the company to really look at it and relocate to an appropriate area. So that is what Daroji needs.
The steel plant would turn the whole area into a dusty and polluted place. People who are now in a clean environment would soon be victims of various diseases and occupational health hazards. Government policy should not only be protecting these natural spaces, but the people as well. Many legal and ethical questions also haunt this move to disturb natural havens in the name of development.
Generally speaking, we are talking about the Forest Conservation Act of 1980, where it says any forest area which is used for a non-forest purpose has to have the prior approval of the central government, and only then we can do it. Now here what happens is, this project is not inside a sanctuary. It is within 2 kilometers of the boundaries of the Daroji sanctuary. So technically it comes under the eco-sensitive area of that sanctuary, and the central government, I mean, there has the Supreme Court, in fact, there's this famous Goa Foundation case, as we call it, where the Supreme Court has said that whenever there is a project coming up in the eco-sensitive area, that project has to be cleared by the National Board for Wildlife. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think they have complied with the public hearing mandate as prescribed under the 2006 EIA notification. Legal implication is this project cannot go ahead without it, because it is a pre-mandatory condition. You have to have that clearance, and if you don't have that clearance, you cannot even lay the first brick of that project. So until and unless they have that clearance, there is no way they can go ahead with it. Even if they do go ahead with it, then it is illegal ab initio.
In the era of globalization, nothing seems more important than so-called development. This kind of development gobbles up natural resources which have protected us for centuries. Development is essential, but at what cost? At the cost of short-term benefits and a bleak future for generations? The endangered Bellari bears are the victims and mute witness to this greed. Daroji Bear Sanctuary is, no doubt, a most important ecological link in these parts. This pristine land should not become the missing link. All efforts are needed to save this bear corridor.
What has happened, Daroji Sanctuary is a very good habitat for bear and also other carnivores like leopard, and ungulates also are present. So I would only like to say here that on the fringes the steel plant is only proposed, and for the grant of NOC to steel plant, no objection certificate, approval of National Board for Wildlife is necessary. That is the statutory requirement. So saying that we have already permitted, or there is a proposal which is cleared,